I need to get my A game going. Episode 79 of Pokemon Horizons review right here, right now for you all because I'm really behind on everything. Listen, this episode was great. I liked it a lot. Geeta was amazing. I can't believe they showed Memento in the anime. I don't think they've ever used that move ever before. So I'm glad to see it. I might be wrong. Okay, they might have used it before and I can't recall at this moment in time. But that was some legit strats, okay? Glamora, listen, I have mixed feelings with Glamora as a concept, okay? I think it's like a whatever mon, but it's like really good in like standard OU play because it forces, you know, you to have to deal with toxic spikes if you accidentally hit it with something. It's always a pain in the ass. And you know, they gave a chance, all three of the kids, you know, they got some stuff going on. The toxic spikes don't work the way they showed them off in the anime, but I'm going to give them a pass as like, well, we've only ever had like hazards once before, right? Well, actually twice. And ironically enough, it was during Diamond and Pearls. Because you had to work with the Stealth Rocks and then Paul in the league with Toxic Spikes as well. But like, so that's how it's supposed to work, right? You switch out and then you switch back in and that's when you take damage. Or in the Toxic Spikes case, you take, you know, you get poison if you switch in. I don't know the reasoning behind it to be like, oh, they activated the toxic debris and you're automatically poisoned because that's not how it works. I like the teamwork that they all had. You know, Dot was giving ideas. Roy was giving ideas, which fucking surprised the shit out of me because he's not the idea guy. He's like the I gotta charge in and do some damage, right? I gotta admit, when they all terrestrialized, I thought they were gonna go like a big like combination attack, right, between all three of them. That's how they were gonna finish off the battle. But they decide, like, listen, I'm not mad or upset that they gave Legal the spotlight because she's technically the main protagonist of the show. So she has to be, like, the top out of the three, right? That's the way it's going to work. So I understand why she's the one that was able to be, like, the final opponent, right? And she's the one that got the final blow on Glamora. But it just felt a little off that you're building all three of them up at the same time. And at this point and at this juncture, Ligo is realistically speaking the weakest of the three. Not saying she's weak or she's not good as a trainer. I'm just saying that if you really look at the accomplishments of all three of the characters, like she's like on the lower end out of all three of them. So I was expecting at least the other two to get something in at the end instead of like them both getting knocked out and then Liko has to like do this like comeback against Glamora. Which to some extent kind of makes sense because Glamora at that point had terrestrialized into a rock type. So it's like, but at the same time, Quaxwell is super effective against it and has an even stronger move, right? But that's besides the point. Overall, I think they did a fantastic job. I thought the battle itself was interesting. And I honestly expect them to do some kind of like cop-out, like, oh, Geeta's going to win regardless. But she's still going to see the potential in all three of them, so she's going to give them permission to go to Area Zero. But no, they actually had the kids defeat Geeta, which I was severely underestimating. Like, and I don't know why. Like, I understand that Geeta's whole purpose, at least in the games, is that she's supposed to not be like a final boss character. She's supposed to be like the one that sets you off into the world as a fellow champion. Because she's not the champion of Paldea. She's just the first champion. So she's like, realistically speaking, if you really think about it, Geeta's not even supposed to be the strongest trainer in Paldea. She's just the first one that achieved this high standard. So everybody that comes after her, they're like, well, they're just stronger than her, or at least or at least she's like the determining factor between you being just like a random trainer in the region and being able to consider yourself a champion level trainer. So I can understand from at least the game's perspective why they did this. The anime hasn't really hinted at that. They haven't said like, oh, she's just there. Like, we haven't seen anybody else be considered a champion level trainer. Like, not even Nimona has said she's like a fucking champion level trainer in the show, right? So it's like, I don't understand the disconnect here, right? I kind of was expecting a little bit more. And I give them props for that though, right? I give them a lot of props for having like the kids defeat like the top champion of Paldea as like their selling point. The only other time this happened was in Journeys when Ash beat Leon, who was like the top champion of Galar and the top trainer in the whole fucking world. That's besides the point, right? And my only issue here is that it makes, like, I know that Geeta wasn't like going like full on, right? She has fucking 2 Glimets and a Glimora, okay? That's not a champion level team, right? So like, I can't even fault her too much, but like I expected her to win because she's the top champion. She's like the first champion, so I expected her to win, but understand that the kids have the capabilities to handle going to Area Zero. And maybe we'll see something more from her in the future. I want Geeta involved, right? Okay, in terms of the games, I think she was, personally speaking, even though I understand the purpose behind Geeta as a character in the games, I still think she's like one on the weaker end when it comes to champions. So I was hoping for more in the show, so I hope that they show her off again and she's actually able to show off that, hey, I am a strong trainer. Like, have her use her actual like good team to help the kids or something. I don't know. Give her something, because if this is the only time we ever see her battle, I'm gonna be highly disappointed. But other than that, like I said, the episode was great. We're going to Area Zero. The next episode, I don't even think it's gonna involve the kids, because at the end of the episode, this episode, right? At the end of this episode, they showed Sango and Onyx like heading to Area Zero, and from what the preview showed, like it's like a Sango center thing. Like I think she's gonna get Screamtail. I don't know. I like Screamtail, so I'm looking forward to seeing it in action. But I think that's what they're leaning towards. At least that's what the preview hinted at. Like I said, I kind of wish I would have been able to see all this shit when it was first airing, because I could have made a good theory video about this. But, you know, fuck you, Sora-san. You didn't get your head out of your ass in time to get this done. But anyways, that's besides the point. Okay, that's going to be it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your boy, SoresanCrockxen, and I'm going to try to get out and start cranking these reviews out for you all. So, I will see you guys in future videos, streams, shorts, and everything in between. Later!